Are Elon Musk and SpaceX really going to put huge billboards in the sky? Yeah, not really. But let's see why. Hey, it's Pelo from the Daring Monkey. In the last days, several articles circulated around the web on this topic, and many people expressed their criticism towards the idea of having advertisements in the sky. Understandably, I have to say, because I too do not like this kind of idea. But some people did not read exactly the fine print, which was not even that fine, to be honest. This kind of image was, for example, shown very often in the articles. A big-ass advertisement orbiting around for our amusement. But is it really like that? No. And oh my god, it would have taken just a few minutes to check this kind of thing, but I guess that's asking too much. So we learned by reading these articles that SpaceX is planning to work with Geometric Energy Corporation, a Canadian startup, with the purpose of putting advertisements in the sky by using what is called a CubeSat. Do you know what a CubeSat is? Do all the people that commented on this issue know what a CubeSat is? I know what a CubeSat is because I have worked on them. And I can tell you the CubeSats are very small satellites. They belong to the nano satellite class for a good reason. The basic cubic modular unit is 10 cm per side and weighs a little bit more than 1 kilogram. These kind of satellites are meant to be cheap and small and easy to make in order for universities, for example, or amateurs to design their own satellite and to launch it into space. And 10 cm per side is really not that much. As a comparison, the freaking International Space Station, the largest artificial object in space, is around 100 meters wide, like a football field. And yet it is barely visible from the ground with your naked eyes. To see the freaking ISS, you need to watch carefully at specific hours, and you will just see the ISS like a passing dot of light. So if this big-ass space station is barely visible from the ground, how do you plan to see such a small tiny CubeSat? Well, you don't see it. To make such a huge billboard visible from space, from let's say low Earth orbit at around 400 kilometers of altitude, you will need hundreds of satellites that work in constellation to form this giant-ass billboard, which is not a new idea, to be honest. A few years ago, the company Start Rocket, for example, thought about something similar. By using hundreds of CubeSats with unfurling sails, they would be able to create a surface big enough for this kind of purpose. Unfortunately, or fortunately, this project was dropped due to heavy criticism. But this is not how the SpaceX CubeSat works, because it works on a very basic, very simple principle. The CubeSat has a display on one of its sides that is showing the ads. And then a selfie stick takes a video of this kind of display. But in fact, it's not seen from the ground, so it doesn't bother us that much. Now, I do not know why people would pay for this kind of advertisement, because, it's just a stream of a little display on a little tiny satellite, but to each his own. Anyway, as I said, I do not like the idea of billboards in space, but this level of misinformation is frankly annoying. So remember, if an idea sounds utterly ridiculous, check twice, because it might be just bullshit. And from Paolo, that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.